Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon just came out, and I'm going to break its entire progression system 52 seconds after the prologue ends. As a side note, thank you Awakened Realms for giving me a review key to play your game early. I, Fracture Gaming, being of sound mind and body, do hereby confess that I've used my review key exclusively for evil, selfish purposes, spending every moment in the game searching for exploits and shortcuts that would help my character become overpowered at the speed of cheese. And take it from me, cheese can wreak havoc on a system tremendously fast. But before we break anything, we'll have to create our character. All right, we gotta make a character, and let's see, we got body condition here. That's gonna be muscular or normal. We're gonna be muscular or no, you know what? Let's go ahead and be muscular, because why would we wanna be, this looks flabby, you know, let's be real strong. I'm kind of feeling the yellow eyes. I like it a lot. You know what, we've been through some stuff. We've seen some things. We've seen some battle, some combat, and you know, we got the scars to prove it. Or we could go with some fancy eyes and stuff. You know, maybe I want to go for more of like a cat eyes kind of vibe. Yeah, I don't know why, but this is speaking to me. This right here is speaking to me. Okay, that is a top-notch mustache. We're gonna go ahead and do that for sure. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is our guy. All right, we're gonna go with Professor Percival. We're gonna stick with the King Arthur theme. I think Percival really fits. We got the yellow eyes, we got the dark makeup. I'm digging it. We're Professor Percival. Cats wouldn't want to play by the rules anyways, and we're certainly not going to play by the rules in this playthrough. So, yeah, I feel good about this. No sense of deep regret or shame over what I've created. Professor Percival is the man for the job, and you'll see. You will become a believer in Professor Percival. Now, of course, Professor Percival plays on veteran difficulty. Charming little cell. I can see our cellmate didn't quite make it. They don't have 9 lives like we do, so that's really a them problem. All right, here's a chance for us to get some initial starting stats. So, what was Professor Percival doing in the forest when the Red Shields caught us? And I say he was probably seeking an ancient site of worship. He is a professor after all. He would probably be doing some studying. I think that checks out. All right, one more question. Are we a tree hugger? I feel like Professor Percival would both like to hug a tree and also burn that tree down. I'm gonna go ahead and just say that we are a tree hugger because I do want that blood transfusion spell. Yeah, you were never gonna make it anyways, champ. If it wasn't the archer, I would have taken you out. All right, so when I get out of the cell, I am supposed to turn left, which, you know, that's not happening. We're definitely gonna turn right because this is the kind of game where you want to grab everything. You want literally every single thing you can pick up. I'll take some ale. I will take that coin purse. I'll take that key. I'll take that wooden arrow that's in your face. Got some lockpicks, oats, flour. Perfect. Got some recipes. We are in good shape. Ooh. That is... Oh, I don't like that. That's uncomfortable. It's fucking nasty. They went out of their way to fucking draw the chain in. That is, ugh. Yeah, you definitely deserved what happened to you. The spell Blood Transfusion that I've started with is actually a very important part of my strategy for breaking the game as fast as possible, as early as possible, and let me show you why. Every time I hit an enemy with Blood Transfusion, they get a stack of bleed, and these stacks can go higher and higher. I don't think there's any limit, and every time they get another stack, they're taking more and more bleeding damage. Hello? Bleed for me. Please bleed for me. Yeah, see, the bleed damage, it's not really that much. Like, I've stacked them a bunch of times already. It's just the fact that it stacks infinitely, and that's what's going to make it a really, really big deal for us. This spell is perfect for what we're going to get up to as soon as we get out of the prologue, because I'm going to be against enemies far stronger than me almost instantly, and this is how I'll take them down. All right, let's go here, get our second blood transfusion spell. So now, if we want, we can actually dual wield these. We don't really have enough, mana to unload this for very long. We kind of run out real fast, but at least we can get some stacks on people quick and then just shoot every so often to keep the stacks up. And here we go. I don't know if killing this guy causes any kind of repercussions later, but that's not what I'm really worried about. We just need to dodge every time he strikes and keep on applying the bleed onto this guy so that the stacks don't drop off, because he is pretty strong. I think he would kill us in like 1 or 2 hits if I gave him it, but thankfully his attack patterns are not really that impressive. I can just wait until he starts swinging and just dodge out of it. But look at how much his health bar is draining now. Like, his health bar is, this is so broken. His health bar is just dropping. Oh, he's going for a potion? It doesn't matter because all of my damage is built up in my bleed stacks. I'm good to go. And just keep stacks going. Did I miss? Fuck, I missed. Okay, whew. We almost dropped the stacks. Oh, okay. I thought I was going to get hit. I literally thought I got hit. That was a little preemptive ow. Okay, there we go. We get level 2 from that. The most important thing I need from the prologue is the origin potion in this jail cell, because it'll let us reset our stat and skill points, which is essential for my plan to become overpowered at the speed of cheese. Other than that, there's a couple of mini boss fights that I wiped out just because I want the experience points, and by the time I left the prologue, I was nearly level 6. I haven't used any of these level ups, I'm just stockpiling them for now, and besides, with my bleed spell, I just haven't needed to level up. Eventually, everything that I face is gonna bleed to death as long as I keep landing my attacks and dodging theirs. And dodging theirs. Dodging. Just dodge. It's not hard, the arrows are slow, just dodge, bro. Oh, past fracture. Oh, you really wanted future fracture to have to do some editing, didn't you? You son of a... Yeah, we absolutely dominated the prologue. Super easy, nothing gave me any trouble. I'm a pro gamer. The prologue is officially complete. Start the clock. I turned left immediately on the beach and ran for as long as I could before jumping into the water. And there was a drowner up there on the shore, and I don't want to have to fight anything because that's just gonna make it take longer and the clock is ticking. So I swam underwater hoping they wouldn't see me, and I took a pretty wide run just to try and make sure they wouldn't follow me. But this door right here, this is what we came for. So I went ahead and I quick saved and then loaded that save. And that's really it. That is the full extent of what I need to do to make this exploit work. Because in just a moment, we're going to load into the game, and when we do, we can go ahead and just press E to enter the tomb of Sir Lancelot. Now, this is a story location that we are not supposed to be at, and as such, I'm not going to show any cinematics or any story dialogue or anything like that. I'm just here to get some overpowered shit. So what just happened? Well, for whatever reason, it would appear that the default position for this door when loading into the game is open, and it takes a moment before the game is able to realize that the door should actually be closed. In that moment, I can enter this location before the door slams shut, and there's some wonderful things waiting for me in the tomb of Sir Lancelot, things that I shouldn't be remotely capable of accessing at this time. The enemies guarding the tomb are strong. I was actually shocked that it took 2 hits for them to kill me instead of just 1, but I guess I have a buff right now called Shipwreck Survivor that gives me 25% damage reduction. Personally, I cannot fathom that a Shipwreck Survivor's body would be anything but frail and flabby, but Professor Percival is never flabby, only muscular. That is established. So I'm left no choice but to assume our abs were hardened by the entire ordeal, and that's why we survived a full 2 hits. That being said, these ghostly squires are, of course, ill-equipped to handle a cheesy gamer, as with just a couple of jumps, I can reach a height they can't hope to follow. Helpless below me, they just stood there until they bled to death. It seems even as a ghost, you're vulnerable to a little blood transfusion. The next area had 3 squires, but I know just how to deal with them. I am gonna have to, actually I don't know if I have to take them down, but I do want the juicy experience, and I found the best way to take these guys down, is to die. Oh god. Oh, I'm stressed. We're surviving. Oh boy. Okay. Alrighty. Woo, baby. All right, that is fun. Let's go ahead and just drain a little health back so my screen doesn't look all red and deathly. Is that blood? No, never mind. Alrighty, that is the third squire down. We're almost up to level 7. And from here, I entered the inner tomb of Sir Lancelot, and there is a strong enemy waiting for me here, but it's a little bit of an unfortunate story. They didn't give this enemy a ranged attack. They didn't give them a ranged attack, and I can just walk right out here, and oh no. Yeah, that's it. Fight's over. It's just a matter of time now. Just gotta keep these bleed stacks bleeding. And I missed. I'm terrible. How do I miss from point blank range? I swear it looked like it went through this thing. Anyways, that's gonna make it take way longer. I lost so many bleed stacks. I'll stop babbling now and just cut to whenever we got it down. All right, now we've got our bleed stacks cooking, and this thing is going down in just a few seconds. And there you go, 1100 experience, level 7 has been reached. Now this little bridge works. We can go across it and grab Erendite. We are able to pick up all of Sir Lancelot's armor, every single piece of armor. That's 5 different pieces. And let's take a look at everything we just bagged. That's a sword we can sell for 5,000, a helmet for 2,000, chest plate for 2,500, 1,250, 1,250, 1,000. Now, why did I say sell? It's because of the item's stat requirements. We are not level 35, which means I am nowhere near having the strength, dexterity, and endurance required to effectively use this gear. This exploit is an economy exploit. It is not about the gear. This is about starting the game with tens of thousands of gold. There's just one small problem though, which is that when we go to sell our gear, it only sells for 10% of the sell price that was listed. This is an easy problem to solve. We just need to put points into practicality, but I'm a greedy motherfucker and I decided my level wasn't high enough to unload this gear yet, and as such, I have made things so much more complicated. Could have just dumped the gear for what it was worth, but no, I wanted more, which means I now need to find a cheesy way to level up fast. All while being level 1 with no attribute points used, no skill points used, just a greedy motherfucker running around with a blood transfusion spell in each hand. I headed towards civilization and I found a merchant, but not to buy or sell anything, but instead to start a quest, the Silk Road. It's a simple quest. I just gotta run over to the quest marker, handle whatever I find there. Should be easy, no reason to even wait until daytime to start my adventure. But these things are annoying, but it's actually the most, oh god. Explodey boy. All right, that's fine. We actually get experience for that. Okay. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I put myself in the thick of things. That one's on me. Oh my gosh. Everything is so much stronger than us. No fire. Nope. There's something behind me? No, I'm tripping. Hearing things out in the night. Dude, I swear I'm hearing things behind me. I'm tripping right now. It says I'm detected. Oh yeah, that guy looks like he sees me. Yeah, he sees me. I think that's the only one left, so we should be able to just bleed him down. Yeah, against archers, you can actually just kind of strafe back and forth, and they'll try and predict where they think you're going to be, and they pretty much just miss you every time unless you suck like I did earlier. Alright, so for my quest, I needed to collect a package, but the person I was supposed to meet was all locked up, and I saved them, but now I have to go and retrieve the package from where she stashed it. On the plus side, I did find a spell at this camp that lets me summon a Grindylow, and that actually ended up being far more important than I ever could have possibly imagined. I can kill these things for like super easy experience, so, oh, that's the wrong spell. Oh, well, there's a Grindylow. No, I guess it'll help me kill these things. 45. And I wasted all my mana. It's all gone. Oh boy, there's some red caps fighting my Grindylow. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's down. Oh, they clapped it. Oh, I'm next. Oh, fuck. Okay. Let's go ahead and get out of here. They're pretty quick, so I'm just gonna sprint, and hopefully they don't chase me all the way to here. Oh, they look like they're still coming. Can I just dig this up and run? Alright, I got the package. Oh, gosh. I really shouldn't be out here. I'm so lost. I'm so turned around right now. Oh, fuck. Get off. Dude, I got like fucking caught up on that. That's crazy. All right, here's a fast travel point. Let's go ahead and hit this. Can I fast travel while I'm in combat? The world's still going on around me? Doesn't matter, I'm gone. Woo! Smooth, super smooth. Hello there, I brought you back your goods. Now, I'm supposed to take this package to a specific location and shoot it with fire. So I headed over there and even found a new spell, Flame Torrent. There's an ogre right next to where I need to plop my package down, and I got an idea. Right? Do I even need to... Wait. I wonder if that explodes for damage. I wonder if I can kill the ogre by... All right. We're gonna see if we've got a big brain for this situation. All right, come on, over here. It did explode for damage. It exploded a little bit bigger than I was expecting. So, yeah, it's a good plan. Execution left a bit to be desired, I would say. Let's run it back. Dodge far, and boom. And boom. And boom! There we go! That's 462 experience. Easy clap. Now this is where things are going to start getting good, because inside the area my explosive cleared is a man with a quest for me, and upon finishing his quest, he gave me the most incredible spell. Something that would help vanquish the greed inside me and allow me to finally move on and heal. I received a spell that allows me to sacrifice my own health for cheese, like a physical piece of cheese that I can pick up and add to my inventory. It also allows me to transform enemies into cheese, but sadly the channel costs too much mana for a level 1 character with no gear, and instead of being a normal person and adding some points into spirituality, I decided to instead go out in search of gear that could give me more mana. Okay, so I have 2 stops planned that will hopefully be able to fix my mana issues, but it's possible I'll need to put a couple points into spirituality after all. We'll see. I'm hoping I'll be able to avoid it, because I don't have enough origin points to just be messing around with my stats all over the place. Yeah, what you just heard is a man who is in denial. He'll figure it out eventually. Reaches of the Waning Moon. I know that you're going to cost way too much in stats for me to be able to use it. Ooh, I wonder if it gives me the mana, though. Let's see, what is my mana? I'm at 46, and if I put those on, I'm still at 46. Okay, so you gotta have what it requires, or else it's not going to work. Check, got that. But he didn't got that, because he continued going out in search of more and more armor sets, hoping he'd find one that didn't have a spirituality requirement. Look, this is just Fracture sitting here editing the video for this raving lunatic that gave me way more work than I was hoping for. I'm fine, it's fine. What if I just give you like the Spark Notes version, and that way we can get everything up to speed so we can get back to the good part. This fucking lunatic went and snatched some armor that was in a bandit camp, didn't kill anything, he just lockpicked it right in front of them, took off running. Then he went into some other place, found this cape that gives him 2% mana regeneration. Good, it didn't actually require spirituality, so he was like, okay, cool, I'm on the right track. But no, he's a dumbass. He went into the tomb of the good druid, he's like, okay, I know there's some armor here. Runs past everything that wants to kill him, he doesn't care, he's just running right past it, no problem. Gets to the chest, lockpicks it, finds more armor, it requires even more spirituality than the one he got before it, and then he's like, oh fuck, okay, so maybe I actually need to use some attribute points to play this game. Right next to the Tomb of the Good Druid, there's a powerful creature called a Croakmaw, and my genius plan was to use my cheese spell to farm this guy over and over to gain massive experience points. But I don't have enough mana to do it, so I finally gave in and I pumped some points into spirituality, reasoning that the experience I'm about to gain will be so massive that I'll be able to gain a ton of levels and pump those into practicality and finally sell this armor that's in my inventory, which is what I'm doing this whole thing for anyways, is I just want to be able to sell the armor for a lot of gold. It didn't work. I mean, the Croakmaw did turn into cheese, but I got 0 experience points for doing it. All that time I spent not using skill points, and I ended up just wasting everything on a failed strategy. But I'm glad I did. I mean, not initially, I was devastated right off the bat. I wanted to just reload a previous save file. I actually did reload a previous save file before I was like, nope, I gotta commit. I can commit to this, I have an idea. And what I came up with instead was far better. Step 1, summon Grindylow. Step 2, turn to cheese. Repeat as needed. Okay. I think this is probably enough cheese. I don't know if it's actually enough cheese. It might be enough cheese. I'm gonna have to pick it all up. That's gonna fucking suck. This fucking sucks. Holy shit. I think we've done it. I think we picked up all the cheese. Look at it. It just keeps on showing up on the right side of the screen. Cheese, 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 cheese. We spent like 4 or 5 minutes just straight picking up cheese. Holy shit. 1,083 cheese. I made 1,083 cheese. Oh my gosh. I'm 198 pounds over 135 right now. Holy shit. Ooh, okay. Alrighty. Somewhere in my travels, I'd acquired a second origin potion, which would have been nice to know, but whatever. I used one of them to reset all of my points in spirituality and dumped everything into practicality, which somehow felt a little ironic after everything I've been going through. I don't know. But over in the practicality skill tree, I added 4 points to mercantile skills to make selling items more profitable. I can't afford the origin potion. Well, what if I were to sell you 3,000 gold worth of cheese that I just created in, I don't know, like 10 minutes of playing the game? 15 minutes maybe if you count picking it all up, which we do have to count. Yeah, let's go ahead and just get 3,000 gold from all of the cheese that we made. And oh, I don't know, while we're at it, let's go ahead and sell those. Let's sell these. Let's sell those. Yeah. 7,500 for airtight. We just hit 23,000 gold. And all it cost was just a smidge of sanity. Just a smidge. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot. Just a tiny itty bitty smidge. I probably won't even miss it. Well, hello, good sir. Might I ask how you've acquired such a large fortune in this new land? Oh, my company developed massive innovations for high-end grave robbery and single-handedly crashed the cheese market with our high-yield production method. Our secret, you ask? We can turn anything into cheese. Even you. Even you. I'm fine. Now that I have enough money to fund any sort of combat strategy I want, I visited merchants and purchased new spells. I have a spell that lets me heal myself with mana, I can shoot lightning bolts, and I have the funds available to upgrade any piece of equipment I want. I can do anything, I'm rich. I don't make the rules, I don't follow them either. I naturally gravitate towards mage in most games, and I started working on creating a build that could kill anything without ever running out of mana. It starts with Sorcerer's Efficiency, which restores 50% of a spell's mana cost on a critical hit. A simple enough effect that we're going to exploit to give us infinite mana. There's another ability, Charged Cantrip, which gives us 50% critical hit chance when casting an ability with a lower mana cost than our previous spell cast. So here's the plan. I want to find the right combination of spells so that one hand unleashes extreme damage while the other hand restores all of our mana every cast. Now, I have actually already found a really helpful mana exploit, but in Act 1 I simply could not find the right spell to make it shine. While channeling a spell, mana regeneration pauses, but by casting the spell in your other hand, the game gets tricked into restarting mana regeneration, which means that with high enough mana regen, I could cast a spell like Flame Torrent infinitely. But Flame Torrent kinda sucks. In early access, there was a Thunderstorm spell that would have been so perfect for something like this, but it was a little buggy, so I'm guessing they either removed it or it's possible they moved it somewhere later on in the game. I'm not sure which. They replaced Thunderstorm with Thunder Lash, which is actually super satisfying to use and really powerful, so I don't mind having some fun with it right now. Oh my god, the damage, the damage. Holy shit. Oh, yes. We're gonna go ahead and use some lightning because I'm digging it. It feels good. It feels right. I'm gonna zap the shit out of some stuff. Like, it's... like, look at this. It's just zapping the absolute fuck out of something that 20 minutes ago, I would have been like, oh, I gotta run away. I gotta see if I can put enough bleed stacks down. But no, we just have transitioned into fully dumpstering the game, and it's gonna get worse from here. It's gonna just keep getting worse. Not for us, but for them. Anything I'm up against. This beautiful fortress didn't just have Thunder Lash, it also had Scorching Blaze. Incredible spell, but my spirituality is a little too low to use it effectively right now. The mana cost was too high. Winter Crone's Wrath was more my speed. It shoots a shotgun blast of ice projectiles that deal pretty solid damage. But I'd like to be able to use Scorching Blaze, so it's time to revisit the Croakmaw and gain a ton of experience. I have committed war crimes against the Croakmaw clan. By resting at my campfire at night, I can force the Croakmaw to spawn infinitely, and I gain 1,050 experience for every kill. With all my new spells and armor, I am slaughtering the Croakmaw in 2 hits, pretty much instantly, and I'm leveling up so fast. I can't even see it under all of the corpses, there's so many. Oh my god. I don't even know where to aim. I don't know, like, I don't know where to aim at all. It's just too many corpses. I've gained enough levels to use Scorching Blaze, and the results are fantastic. Plus, after using it, Winter Crone's Wrath has a high chance of landing critical hits with all 5 projectiles, but sadly, it doesn't cost enough mana to have a shot of actually giving me the mana back that I need to keep blasting with Scorching Blaze. It just isn't the right spell for the job. Say hello to Merlin's Thorn. It solves all our problems by both costing more mana and also firing more projectiles. Scorching Blaze is our massive damage ability, and Merlin's Thorn is nothing more than a highly efficient mana battery. With 7 projectiles all landing critical hits, it can refund 3 times its own mana cost. Let's see how it does against a Dalriada Berserker, a foe so strong they one-shot me with every hit. Alright, so obviously I need to dodge every attack and then fully charge, and oh yeah, look at all that mana. We're back to full mana already. And then I can blast and dodge and then go ahead and use Merlin's Thorn. And the mana's back. It's all back again. My strategy seems to be working as expected, but it is a little inconsistent still because I don't have a 100% crit chance, so I gotta pump that up by killing a Berserker and getting their juicy loot. This does make enemies of the entire Dalriada tribe, so, you know, if you do this yourself, proceed at your own risk. You might not want to be enemies with them. But, I mean, come on, they have my loot, so what else am I supposed to do? The only answer I'll accept is war crimes, obviously. Looks like we got them all. Hell yeah. And what we are here for? The Berserker's Totem, which increases our critical chance by 20%. And we take more damage, but whatever, we're getting one shot by everything anyways. All offense, baby. All right, we're gonna upgrade this thing all the way, and it looks like we don't have enough leather. A problem that is very easily solved with, you guessed it, money. Alrighty, this puppy is giving us 28% critical chance now. Between this and some of the other gear that I have, I can get my magic critical chance up to 44%. Add on the 50% that I usually have from my skills for Merlin's Thorn, and I'm essentially critically hitting with every single bolt. We will never run out of mana, and doing critical hits on all those bolts, that's a lot of damage too. I can eviscerate enemies in single combat. I can eviscerate groups of enemies. I can get all my mana back whenever I want. And the mana's back. Oh man. I just get so much mana back. I'm getting everything. This is amazing. Oh, one enemy, let's blast them. My goal for this video was to find some exploits and use them to get insanely overpowered fast, and we've done all of this in under 3 hours, and I guarantee we could have shaved a ton of time off if somebody didn't lose their mind a little bit and run off doing all sorts of random dumb shit. This game is genuinely so much fun. I've really been enjoying playing it, and you know, whether they want to fix these exploits or not is up to them. But regardless, I'm probably going to be playing this game for a while and making some challenge runs on it because I really enjoy it. So let me know if there's anything in particular you think I should try out, and I'll see you next time.